Okay, to factor this expression, I'm going to do the product sum method. Why did I choose product sum method? Because I noticed that the coefficient of r squared is 1. And if I think of my r's as x's and think of the quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c, a is equal to 1 in this case. That's 1. A equals 1, so I'm going to do what we call the product sum method. Product, we want two numbers that multiply to give me C, and we want the sum to be B. So two numbers that multiply to give me C, and the same two numbers that are going to add to give me B. So in this case, my C is going to be negative 20. So C, I want this to be equal to negative 20. And I want B to be, what is the, in front of the middle term? It's going to be 1 when there's no number. We assume a 1. So B is negative 1. So two numbers that multiply to give me negative 20, but add to give me negative 1. First thing you should do, what are the factors of C? Since we're dealing with multiplication, we're going to do, what are the factors of negative 20? Well, 20 basically. Because it's negative, we know that one of them has to be positive and one of them has to be negative. So we have 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. And we're looking for two numbers. When I add them, I'm going to get a negative 1. And if I look at the addition and subtraction of 20 and 1, I get 19 and 21. 2 and 10, I get 12 and 8. And then for 4 and 5, I get 9 and 1. So at least the 4 and 5 is giving me the correct number. Now, can I get the correct sign? Well, if I make 4 positive and 5 negative, then I will have the correct sign. So for this 4, positive 4, negative 5, multiplies gives me negative 20, positive 4 and negative 5 add to give me negative 1. So my answer is going to be R plus 4 and R minus 5. Okay, again, we have a polynomial where a is equal to 1. So the coefficient of x squared is 1. Ax squared plus bx plus c. For this, a is equal to 1, b is equal to negative 9, and c is equal to 20. I'm going to use product sum method again. So the product, we want to be C. So we want two numbers that 20 equals two numbers that are being multiplied together to give me 20. And the sum is my B, two numbers that add to give me negative 9. Now, again, we're going to start with the factors of 20. 20, this is just like the last problem. What are the factors of 20? 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. If I look at the addition and subtraction of both numbers, 1 and 20, I get 21 and 19. 2 and 10, I get 12 and 8. 4 and 5, I get 9 and 1. So again, 4 and 5 is going to work for me to give me the 9, but I have to work to get the proper sign. So since 4 and 5 will give me 9, what happens if I make both of them negative? I will get a positive 20, and I will also get a a positive 20 when I multiply them, and a negative 9 when I add them together. So my answer for this one is going to be x minus 4 and x minus 5. Okay, a is 1 again. This is in standard form, 1 n to the second power. A is 1, B is 12, C is 20. I'm doing the product sum method again. So I want my product to be C, and I want my sum to be B. So I am looking for two numbers that multiply together to give me 20, but add to give me 12. All right, what are the factors of 20? Okay, you should be tired of this by now. But 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. Now, I'm looking at two numbers. If I go through 1 and 20, we got 21 and 19. 2 and 10, we have 8 and 12. 4 and 5 give me 9 and 1. So I'm going to go with the 2 and 10, but I want to make sure I get the proper sign. 2 times positive 2 times positive 10 will give me a positive 20. And a positive 2 plus 10 will give me a positive 12. So my answer for this one will be n plus 2 and n plus 10. Okay, finally, a number different from 20. What are the factors of 7? Oh, sorry. We're going to do product sum again because my coefficient of n squared is 1. This is in standard form, so we're going to do product sum. I want C and I want B. So C for this is 7, B is negative 8, and A is 1. So I am going to, all right, C equals, I want two numbers that multiply to give me 7 and add to give me negative 8. Well, 7 is a prime number, so it only has one set of factors, 1 and 7. So I just need to worry about the sign. Multiplying positive 1 and positive 7 will give me a 7, but also multiplying a negative 1 and a negative 7 will also give me a positive 7. And that will give me, when I add them together, a negative 8. So my answer is going to be n minus 1 and n minus 7. Okay, so here the A is 1 again. A equals 1. B is 12. C is 35. Since A is 1, I'm going to do the product sum. Or at least try to do the product sum. Later on, we're going to find problems where this method is not going to give me the results that I'm getting here. So I want the product to be C and the sum to be B. Numbers that multiply to give me 35, but add to give me 12. So what are the factors of 35? We have 1 and 35, 5 and 7, and that's it. It's nice when we don't have that many. So the sum difference of 1 and 35 is 36 and 34. 5 plus 7 is 12. 7 minus 5 is 2. So 5 plus 7 works to give me 12. What about 5 times 7? Does that give me positive 35? Yes. So 5 and 7, 5 and 7, same number. So my answer is going to be V. That looks like an X. V plus 5, V plus 7. Okay. I'm going to put this answer on the next part 2.